So what's up YouTubers, welcome to a video on the channel. As you all might know, there's a new game out now. It's called Forza Horizon 5, and I decided to do a little bit of a gameplay for you guys, show the game and how it looks, how it feels, and yeah. Right now I'm running this on Ultra with RTX or ray trace. I mean, not RTX but ray tracing, and the game looks insane. You can see it on the actual lighting and everything. Ray tracing wasn't in the Forza 4, but in this game it is, and it makes a ton of difference, especially in a racing game, because you feel like you're in it basically, much more than you did in Forza 4. We can do a couple of races here that I haven't done. I think we can do 2 in this video or something like that. The overall impression so far is that it's really cool. The map is huge. I haven't explored enough for it yet, or enough of the map. But the game is gorgeous and insane and looks amazing. We can take a little bit look at what kind of settings I have right now. Look at that, that's like a picture post. They have some kind of error though with the online thing a little bit. You're getting this, you're online, you're not online, you're online, you're not online. So, but the settings I'm running right now on video is I'm running 2K on 72 frames per second. I don't know why it is 72. I have no idea. 144 is the highest, and then you can go under 30. It doesn't seem like they have unlimited this time around. No clue why, but yeah. And my thing is custom basically, but it's mostly ultra on everything. And the only thing I lowered a little bit was ray tracing on medium to medium, because ray tracing is a little, it's kind of demanding if you're, especially if you're running on PC, because then it's like high ray tracing is pretty insane, and it taxes a lot. I think I can run it for sure, but I'd rather have some extra frames than have that high on medium. Is dope as well. You can see in this game that the lightning actually shines through in some instances, where it reflects off the car, or inside the car you can see the shadows and stuff. It also depends on which car you have, but in general it just gives another effect. Like, it's insane. Everything looks so much better and immersive. So I'm gonna do a race here, guys. I have some cars. This is my cars, right? Oh, I don't want to go there. These are my cars now, and it seems like you can get cars very easy in this game. I haven't done that much, and I already have a couple of Porsche, the Supra, I have the Senna, the Lamborghini, and the Corvette, for example. The Corvette is really nice. We can get in that car. There is a little bit of a loading time sometimes, but it's usually when you start up the game, not so much when you're in the game. If you have an SSD, I would put this on an SSD. I want to put my Battlefield on my SSD, so therefore I put this on a regular drive, but even on the regular drives it goes pretty fast. It's only when you basically start up you can have a little bit of loading, and in between, like, I think the sound glitched out. Yeah, now it came. So since you're online always, or it seems like you're always online or offline online, I don't think you can choose this time around. You have to be online with other players, so that can be a little bit of a connection stuff sometimes. But the Corvette is amazing looking. Look at this. The game itself is just gorgeous. You can see it lightning off the car as well, and this is what ray tracing actually does. It makes the game so much more immersive. But let's take a road run race here, and let's see what we got. You can do Or actually, we can do it to not a tour. Let's see if we have some new. We have a new race here. Can go with that. It's sprint rookie. That can be fun.
Turn around.
Gotta turn around.
It is safe to do so.
Yeah, so the game in bottom line is amazing. When you log into it and you see how gorgeous it is, it's literally insane. And the map is, of course, it's going to be more fun since it's in Mexico. And the last map was okay, but it was in Great Britain. No offense for Great Britain, but for a racing game, I feel like tropical islands are always the best usually, because it's just the lightning, the sun and everything. Like, I don't know,
In 400 yards.
it just adds a different flavor to it.
Turn right. 100 yards. Turn right.
And they also improved the smoke, I think somebody said, but I don't know if I feel like the smoke has improved too much. Sure, it's improved, but that's the game in general is improved in graphics a lot with the ray tracing, that actually you can run without having any trouble with the performance,
Turn left.
which is also something new, because most of the ray tracing game that has been out so far, even if you had a beastly computer, it took quite a toll on the game as well when you played it. So this is really good optimized. I feel though the shadow pop in sometimes a little bit too late. I would like to have a graded draw distance, or what you want to call it. I don't know what that comes off, if it's because if it's online or if it's, I don't know. This was quite a bit here, but I think we can be able to do one race. So you have as usual the radio station and stuff. I'm not having the radio on now because I don't know if you can see there the reflection on the car.
400 yards.
I don't have music on right now because I think it might be copyright, and it's just if
Turn sharp left.
any of my video ever pops, it could be nice to just not have music on it and don't get copyrighted on it. So there is something when you're online. Sometimes the game is like makes the car stop. I don't know what that comes from.
400 yards.
It rarely happens, and I don't know if it's the online or if it's the. But I think when I heard about this game, they said you were always online, because in the last game you could be like offline
400 yards. Turn
to
sharp
do your
left.
stuff, but I'm not sure it's right though. But yeah, you can check it up if you want.
Turn sharp left.
You can do a road racing and a sprint here. You can see a little bit. Laura sprint's gonna be fun. It's just sports car. Off-road is though kind of fun. The Cayman I used once, I thought it was a great car. This one. So overall, I can say if you like car games, this is a buy for sure. And even on, I heard it looks amazing on Xbox as well. And these days, like Xbox and the console are catching up to like computers in general. You can't do that much as you can do with the computer with the console, but like the new Xbox series and stuff is pretty good performance in those, and actually on these games. So yeah, they have really good, and I heard good impressions of what the Xbox can do in these kind of games. So everything has its perks, but right now console actually is keeping up with much better with the PC in that sense. But the PC is always going to be more all around, and you can do much more things with it. But the thing I notice most from like if you compare Forza 4 to this car is so silent. It is that the immersiveness with the ray tracing is what is insane. Like when you're in the front seat or in the cockpit view, like it's just a different experience. I don't know how to tell it. And the cars is also looking mighty fine. Like Always, like the racing in Forza games, I don't know how you are to playing Forza games, but they always nail the driving so much. They make it like an arcade, like similar to... They have some simulation, but it's just enough, it's just a tad enough to still make it arcade and still make it fun, so it doesn't just be about like just be about that it should be so realistic. It actually is just made to have fun time when you go and play a couple of races. And like the Xbox controller, I think is made for these games. I don't know why, but the steering wheel is probably pretty good. But if you have a... Listen to that engine. If you have a steering wheel, it's probably pretty dope too. But the like the control, the Xbox controller is amazing. Just for the purpose of these racing games. I always get the best feeling when I race with this controller. Like in general, if you talk about most games. Oh, I fucked up. You can rewind though. I should have done that. I think I'm gonna do that here. That's kind of cheating though. But this is one of the perks with Forza. If you screw up, you can always hit the rewinds. This is the way I should have been doing it. And that's why Forza is also great. It's not great cheating, but sometimes you want to just erase your mistake. You can go ahead and do that. As you can see, like the first person is amazing as well. This time around, I think like both the third person and the first person actually draws me in as much as the other one. They made it much better in third person and first person. This Forza, I felt like I always was sitting usually in first person, not so much third person. The thing with the third is you get a whole nother experience where the map is and how it looks. You get more the glance of the Mexico vibe and everything, so I mean, you can do both. Amazing. So I would say this is almost a better buy than Forza 4 was when it came out. It's more polished, it got ray tracing, and the performance actually works with ray tracing, which is a big freaking deal. I'm running a 3070 i9, but still 3070 isn't the top range in the 30 series. And you'd be still running ultra and ray tracing at 2K, no problems. You can probably do 4K. It's pretty amazing, like performance-wise, I would say. And also even then on the console, if it works as good as that on the console, I mean, it's insane. But you can just see here, look at the atmosphere, look at the car, look at the lightning. Everything is... It's just beautiful. And this town is like... This could be like real life. This is like looking like real life almost. The only thing somebody also pointed out in the video is that the avatars is like... There you can see a little bit lag. I think that depends on a little bit about the performance or a little bit that it is online. I think it is the online, because I got some network thing before where I was just kicked out basically. And also a smart thing in this game is you can press Anna and then she can say, I want to race.
Okay, Glenn. I have plotted your route to a nearby race event.
And then she just picks out the race. So if you just want to go around like this, do a little bit of a burnout, do a little bit of chill.
Take the second.
You don't have to worry about finding a race because she will find... I think this was in the last game, Forza 4 as well. But for some reason it seems to be in better shape this time around. We can do one more race. I wonder if we can bring... If we should bring one more different car then. We can do like... Another one. Lambo. Should we do Lambo? Okay, let's do the Lambo. And I can do this race. And then I end the video there, I think. The Lambo looks amazing. But we'll know how the Lambo look inside. You can customize your character as well. I can tell you. You can change out the arms actually. You can get a prosthetic arm as well. So it's pretty fun. For sure. I haven't have basically anything negative to say about this game. But it's such a good game that it's hard to say something negative about it. But if you like Forza, you like Forza. So I mean, if you're just into simulation, maybe Forza isn't sometimes the game for that person, because it's a little bit like you can put it into simulation, like be more like that, but it's not meant to be. I think it's meant to be a casual, fun game. Like a little bit in between simulation and arcade. It's kind of forgiving in that sense. It easily forgives you for how you drive. It's just about the experience. Like, have you seen this many beautiful cars in a car game before? And in this with this graphics, like seriously. This map was pretty fun though. This is like a really... Also the lightning, you can see on the back tail lights, like they really improved that as well. Also in like bridges and stuff. But here you can actually get like, you know, when you run into a sun, like in the ice and stuff, with the ray tracing and the lightning like this, it actually kind of messes you up, which is nice because then it affects your gameplay. Which is also something they didn't have really in 4. Sure, it could be bad weather, but it didn't affect your ability to see or ability to drive. Or right now, if you get too much sun or too much stuff in your eyes, it actually affects. Short turn. I should raise my driver torque a little bit because I played Forza a bit, so Forza 4, so I'm pretty used to the game's driving. I think this is probably... Forza is one of those games that you're waiting for it to shine, like to come out. And I think it actually was somebody said like 3 years ago they released the latest Forza. Forza 4 I thought it was nice, but the only freaking shit. The only problem with that game was that they released a Lego DLC that I don't know what they did with the Lego DLC, but it wasn't good for the game. Kind of got bored after that DLC. I hope this map is hard, especially with the Lambo. It's like handling isn't super great on narrow roads. This dude is catching up to me. Oh my gosh, that turn though. That was nice. Huh? Oh man, he's catching up. It's all about the last turn. But if you have rewind, you know you can always fix it. And this map, this like track was pretty hard. He's straight behind me. Get first at least. I think I'm running above average on the driver torque right now, so. But yeah. I would say this is a buy. Easy from this day one. You also seems to get cars pretty easy. You don't have to drive a lot to get nice cars, and I like that. Also, you might want to install it. If you have an SSD on a computer, I would recommend you install it on that. I just wanted to save some space. So I installed it on the D drive, which is a slower drive compared to my SSD. But you get to wait some extra seconds here and there instead. So it's not that big of a deal. But that thing is, so that would probably be half if I put it on the SSD instead, or maybe a fourth of that. I think that's all I have, guys, on the video. Like, this is the map. As you can see, it's pretty big. And the thing is, I haven't even... The only problem is you can't really zoom in that much. So we have to go around like this before you could zoom out, I mean. I would say it's a big map. But like Forza 4 was a pretty big map too. The thing with this is it's more varied, I feel, around the map. But of course they need to do DLC, and of course they need to get some more, content as well in the end, because people are gonna race every race and all the things on the map. I just feel that this game will be more long-lived than Forza 4. Because of the map, basically, and because of the ray tracing. And the more realistic look of the game, that it actually feels like you're driving around in Mexico in a souped-up sports car. So yeah. And we all know Forza is nice, because you can just drive around like this, chum chum. You don't have to follow a strict path, you can just get your like speed and ultimate air and everything up. And there is places you can jump real far with if you go over some mountains and stuff. If I do this, I'm gonna go like 14,000-15,000. This is the time we don't want to crash, basically. Burning out in the Lambo, I love it. So yeah, we stop here, and there is the Lambo, and there is, look at that picture. It's insane. And everything is insane. Look inside. And the engine
Ready for a new adventure. Perfect timing.
Perfect timing. It wasn't really, but I'm gonna end the video here. And you will see in the next video or stream. Drop a follow on the Twitch if you want to see streams as well. So yeah, see you later, guys. Bye.